He was always gentle, kind-hearted, and profoundly thoughtful, never one to overpower a discussion. His words held a quiet strength that lingered. When our lives first intertwined, I was drawn to his calm fortitude and steadfast loyalty. He didn't impress with riches or extravagance, but his presence enveloped me in a warmth of safety, empathy, and authentic care. Together, we built our world with tenderness, sharing aspirations and weaving plans like any pair bound by love. At first, everything felt perfect, unblemished. But as the years unfolded, a restless longing for excitement stirred within me. Perhaps it was the sameness of routine. Or maybe I began to take his devotion for granted. His attentiveness, once so treasured, started to seem commonplace instead of heartfelt. I yearned for fire over peace, craving passion over serenity. In my foolishness, I thought I could pursue both without sacrificing what truly mattered. At my workplace, there was a man, bold, magnetic, with a touch of daring. He made me feel seen in a way I hadn't felt in ages, awakening something I believed had dimmed. His words were sharp and fearless, unlike my husband's gentle honesty, and his wit reignited a spark I'd lost beneath the weight of everyday life. It started innocently, longer chats, light-hearted teasing in the office, until I crossed the line. I told myself it was a brief mistake, insignificant, a momentary weakness I could bury without consequence. But I didn't realize how one careless act could unravel everything. The guilt didn't hit me right away. It crept in slowly, then crashed over me with devastating force. When I finally admitted the truth, I prepared for his fury, yelling accusations, or even the coldness of him turning away. Instead, he sat still, eyes locked on the ground for what seemed like forever. Then came the tears, not loud or theatrical, but quiet, broken tears born of deep pain. They were the kind that stay silent yet shatter you from the inside. I had never seen him so undone. He was always the steady one, the rock. Seeing him break because of my actions cracked something within me. He didn't demand answers or throw accusations. He asked just one question, his voice a faint murmur. Was I not enough for you? I had no words to offer because the truth was undeniable. He was more than enough. I was the one who had failed. That night, he moved to the spare room, and every night after, an unseen wall grew between us, unmoved by my apologies or tears. I tried everything. Letters penned by hand, flowers, desperate pleas for forgiveness. But the hurt I'd caused couldn't be undone with gestures. Trust, once broken, doesn't heal with words alone. He still made my coffee each morning, still took out the garbage, still fed our cat. But it wasn't love anymore. It was habit, a hollow echo of what we once shared. I could sense the distance between us growing wider each day. He was grieving, not only my betrayal but the version of us that was gone. I had no right to hurry his healing. Months slipped by, and though he still wore his wedding ring, it wasn't a symbol of hope. It was a reminder of what was lost. I watched the man I loved drift away, his warmth replaced by a quiet coldness. His smiles became scarce, his laughter disappeared, and I knew I was the reason. In time, he told me he needed space. He packed a small bag, saying he'd stay with his brother for a while. No promises of coming back, no assurances he'd reach out. He just looked at me one last time, his eyes shimmering with tears, and whispered, "I loved you more than you'll ever understand." Then he was gone. I stood alone in the doorway, burdened by the weight of my choices. I had broken the heart of the man who loved me most, and no amount of remorse could undo that truth. The house now feels empty, its silence overwhelming. His coat still hangs by the door, his toothbrush untouched in its place. I haven't moved anything, as if keeping the fragments of the life I ruined might somehow bring it back. But it won't. Too late. I realize that fleeting thrills fade quickly, but true love, deep lasting love, is a rare treasure. When you have it, you hold it close, not trade it for a spark that vanishes by morning. I destroyed something sacred, and I may spend my life seeking forgiveness from myself. He didn't deserve the pain I caused, the betrayal I dealt, or the sight of his own heart breaking because of the woman he trusted most. Yet he bore it all because of me, and I must live with that truth every day.